Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I thought I'd finished all my Christmas, well I have actually finished all my Christmas cards, but I was going through some of the dies that I haven't used as yet, and I come across this, and I bought this, I think I just bought it, I think it was July probably, August time. It's called the Patchwork pieces, and you get the starburst shape as I call it, and then you've got this beautiful wavy pattern, and they're quite small, which doesn't deter me in any way, shape or form. Literally 3 and 8 by 4 and 5/8. So what I've done is I've cut some designer series paper just 1/8 of an inch bigger, because that way I've got minimal waste. I'm also using an old stamp set for I'm turning mine into Christmas cards. I'm using this one. I have used this one, and I'll show you the other cards I've made in a minute, and we're going to make the others. I use this set and this set, this stamp and this stamp. These are just, I mean, I literally opened this, look at this, it's brand new. So I'd literally only use that one, and I'm going to be using this one now. I hadn't even used it, so I was like, phew, and that was in the retired section. So I thought, right, get it used, girl. This one I love. I've always loved this set. This has been out twice. This was out and retired, and then it came back about a year or 2 years ago. But look, you can't beat these. You get 2 punches. I love the sentiments. This is just absolutely beautiful. So let me show you the cards I've made so far. So I'm using 2 lots of different designer series paper. Now it cuts out 6 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could use 6 sheets and just change each piece and have 6 cards. So I'm just using 2 pieces, and I've done a set of 2 on each of these cards. But look, this is the one. I added those speckles around the edge. I've offset my circles and put the holes on this one. So there's that one, and then I've literally done this one again, but turned it this way. So you got landscape and portrait. Literally just put it in the center of this one and just gone round with the speckle. I haven't put any inlays in yet, but I will. And I thought, I know it doesn't match the cardstock, but who's, you know, we've got navy blue, we've got boho blue, why not have a piece of blueberry bushel as well, just to blend them in. I didn't do this one too fabulous, as you can tell on my white, but from a distance, this one, if you start at the bottom, I start at the top on these, and then it puts this out of shape. If you start at the bottom and just close those 2, you can open these up gently, or you can push them together and have a bigger white border. But they're the ones I did in the blueberry bushel. I used totally different papers this time, and this one was with the one way round, this was the other way round, but upside down. And I've gone with that beautiful pattern. I don't know if you can see it in this light. Can you see it? Let me see. Yeah, there's that pattern from there. So I just stamped it in every space that was available. And these are those new Christmas papers. Now they're plain on the other side. These are the shiny ones. And I put the Be Jolly this season. It does say and be jolly. I just eliminated the and. So it says Be Jolly this season. Again, I will put inserts in them. But I'm thinking, you know, if I've got a set of cards, because I also did some in the Berry Cute papers as well, with a bigger sentiment, and use the gems just up here. These ones are old gems. Oh, I've had these a long time, and these were in Cherry Cobbler. I didn't have any real red ones, and these ones are from a set that I bought with a penguin set, which isn't even Stampin' Up, and so are these. And then I thought, again, I just turned one upside down. I turned one the right way. I just added my sentiments in different spots. So I've got a set of 2 lots of 3. I'm going to be making another 2 cards with you. So a set of 4 cards, or you could do it as a pack of 8 and do a nice little box to put them in. This time I'm going to be using Lost Lagoon. I've got my cards for stamping. I've got my inlay pieces, which is just cheap white cardstock. And then, because I never got to use these papers while I was doing my Christmas things, so I thought those 2 together, they're plain on the back, so it's not hard to choose. So I will be running that. And like I say, I cut that paper just a fraction and just a hair bigger, so I've got no loss, virtually no loss. I found 2 scraps of silver paper, which I think will go beautiful against my cardstock. I am literally going to stamp and cut out with 2 circles. Let me show you what I'm going to do actually. Let me pop that to one side. I've got my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I've got my beautiful ink. I always tend to press too hard. Look, it gets the gummy edge. So I'm just not going to stamp. Let me just cut that out. I might need another piece. I don't know if I've... But look at that. It fits in there. Beautiful. So let's see if I can... Oh, look at that. Yes, I can get another one out of there. So let's stamp that again. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Get my little cleansing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to literally glue that in the center as an accent piece for when I lay this on my card. So I'm using up little bits of scrap, as you can see as well. So isn't that cute? You could even cut a little star or 2 little stars out the back, and just cover them up, because no one's going to see them once you've covered that up. You probably get maybe 2 or 3 little stars. I'll have a look now. I have to get my little star. I'll just clean up my... And when I put that back in there now, you won't even tell I've used this stamp set. This is 156, so yeah, it's definitely 2 years old. Because for 2 years, I was all packed up, ready to move home. And didn't buy anything. So I missed a complete season. Look at that. You wouldn't even tell that I'd used this stamp set. Which is, so I definitely haven't used that or that. So I'd only use these 2. So how cute's that? So I'm using up resources. Let me just grab my little star or a little shape. I got a lever, I got a star. Let's have the little star because it's Christmas. Oof! So let me just pop that on there. And I'm going to grab a pencil. So just roughly there and there, I can punch out. I don't want to... 1, 2. I can just about get a 3rd star out of there. Look at that. And then I can attach that on there and no one's even going to know that they're missing out the back. So let's grab, because I'm going to put these on dimensionals. Let's just make sure I just get that across the center. And then I can attach that. So my season's greeting words are just in the center. Isn't that cute? And then I've got 3 little stars without having to use any extra paper that will go on my card. So let's pop that to one side and let's just do that again. Again, we're going to lay this on top, roughly keeping the distance either side. No one's going to see the pencil marks because that's going on the back. All right, let's get this. 1, 2. I've opened it a little bit wider now and going up to my pencil mark. Oh, look at that. And then again, check that I'm running my adhesive through the center. And then place that down. Don't press until you've got it where you want it. Perfect. I know it's still a little bit sticky, but I'm just going to grab myself 2 dimensionals so they're on dimensionals for when I add them to the card. So use up other little bits to make other little bits look cute and sexy. Aren't they gorgeous little sets? And we got the extra bits. That is so cute. Right, now I've got my ink, which I'll probably use again in a sec. I've got my 2 card bases. This is just an A4 cut in half and then folded in half to give me 2 card bases. If you're American, yours will be 11 by 8 1/4, so your card will be 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Perfect, because these now, I mean, even if I put that on a white background and added that on the card, even that alone is pretty. And then you could have a sentiment with a couple of these. You wouldn't have to do anything else. Look at that. How pretty is that card? Just like that. Absolutely adorable. But we are going to zhuzh it up because I'm going to cut that in with this pattern. I'm going to cut this with this pattern, and then we're going to swap out every other piece so we get 2 more cards. So what I'm going to do quickly before we start any cutting, I'm going to get these little dots, grab myself a little block, and because we know it's going to sit in the center, I'm only going to concentrate on the outside, and I'm not going to press too hard. I mean, you can keep it all the same way. I'm going to go along. You could do it just along the top and bottom, but I think it's cute, and I'm going to do it along the sides as well. It just breaks up the, if you don't mind just a plain border, then you can do that. But this is going to take seconds. And again, even if we were just leaving our designer series paper, like so, and I've literally cut these a 1/6, well, about an 1/8 of an inch, if that. Even that looks pretty, you know, with that background. I know you, I can't see it. There we go. Even that's pretty. So let's do the other card and get these this stamping out the way. One, two, three, 4, 5. It does 6 along each. One, two, three. Oh, I've spaced that out. That's weird. This one's got 7. So what? Each card's different, isn't it, girls? I'm going to spin that around because it seems to be all the same way. There we go. And our last section. Just evenly space these out. Perfect. So we got a cute little border all the way around in the monochrome, which is the same colour on tone on tone, if that's what you call it. I don't know. Look at the mess I make. I'm a heavy-handed inker. Look, back to brand new. So we've done our stamping, we've done our decorative pieces, we've made our beautiful sentiments, cut out little extra bits. Now all we've got to do is, I'll put that with there because I'll forget. Now we're just going to cut out our pieces and run them through this underlay. I mean, if you want the perfect stitched edge, you can cut them out individually. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll run one through and then I'll run the other. I've got my die machine cut up, set up at the side of me, so I don't have to move it because it's way too heavy for me. And I've got my little magnetic mat, which is a godsend to me because I don't want to have to use up washi tape. Oh, there's my bottom piece. So that's all the loss I'm getting. Beautiful. I mean, you could add that if you wanted, but I want to then put them in order. Then I know which way around to have them on my card, and then we can just swap those pieces out. But I was thinking, oh, how cute is this set? And then thought, well, get it used, Gaynor. You've not used it yet. So again, I'll just run this because it gives you this beautiful stitched edge. And if you do it 2 pieces at a time, you tend to lose the definition in the underneath piece. So we don't want that. We want to make sure that is perfection. Close down the lid top plate. And then I think it took me less than an hour to do the other 6 cards. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I mean, you could put the papers in and have them go in a different way, like I did on a couple of them. I turned the papers upside down, cut through, so these angles were on this side. Again, this is all the waste I'm getting. Tiny little frame. Even, oh, it's just so cute. Now let's add our second pattern. See, that's upside down, but it's not. It's the same way round. So I'm just laying them out. Beautiful paper. Even if you just added each paper and just put a little gap, again, there's another way to have this card. You know, you just put a little gap in between. I mean, these are meant to lay right up close, but in fact, let's do that actually this time. Let's lay them up close so there's no gap. Pop my plates back. I couldn't pick my die machine up one-handed again if I tried. So, got my pieces. I'm going to have the first one on here. This one on here, and then we're just going to alternate. Just give our card a different look. Go back to this one. Just so cute. I will line them up better when I glue them down, don't worry. So, and then this piece. It's just such a beauty. I love the colours as well because, I mean, we always tend to stick to traditional colours when you don't have to. You can make something look absolutely beautiful without. Don't forget, I'm going to pull it all down. I might just do a gap, I don't know. But now I've got them set, I'm going to pop that to one side. This is so cute. I'm going to start with my first two pieces. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip them. Make sure they perfectly lined up. I mean, you can do this if you want with all of the pieces. Let's show you how. So they make sure they line up perfect. And I'm just going to use a little bit of tape. Making sure they're not off course. And add a little bit of tape just to keep them in place. And then I can come up with the next piece. Got little shardy bits. So the difference between these two cards is I haven't pulled a gap like I did with the others. These are just coming up close. I mean, nobody's going to see the tape. Just put a little bit, it's just to keep it in place whilst you pick it up. Whoops a daisy, look at me, I'm all fingers and thumbs. Stop it. I got no nails, I need my nails to grow back. They're all breaking. So, little piece there. I might even put a tiny little piece there just to keep those pieces in place. Love it. And then we got our other piece. It's a bit like one of those stack, cut and shuffle, isn't it? A little tiny bit like that. Perfect. And then I can pick that up. And that is going to go on there with a little gap all the way around. Isn't that pretty? Love it. So I'm only gonna do this one like this. Now let's get my glue. We've got the heating on because it's bitter cold out and it's doing stuff to my glue. It's making it go clumpy. I think it's trying to set because of the heat. And it's art glitter glue as well, so let's pick this up gently. I'm going to line it up. Making sure I've got a good even border. I'm going to flip it over so I don't rag at it and move it out of its position. I mean, you could just, oh, that is lovely. Look at that curling up. Oh, that's gonna look. I mean, you can angle this like I did with the red ones. I mean, you don't have to put it on bang on straight. You can have one upside down. I think I'm gonna add that one. That is beautiful. Right, I'm gonna add dimensionals actually. Why did I have dimensionals? Oh, right, it's okay. I've got some here. I just found some loose ones. Oh, look at that. Just the right amount to go on that card. Give them a press. Take the backings off. And like I say, now it's up to you if you want. Before we put an inlay in, we could have this way, this way. We could keep that way. We could have it straight. We could have it at a slight angle. I'm going to give that a little slight angle there. And then I grab my little tip. I can decide then if I want it to cover. I I can cut little flag ends out. Let me show you on one. Let's turn it over. I'm literally doing the smallest flag. And if you've got any where you think, just smooth that out. So now we've got a pendented end. We could keep this nice and straight. Or we can angle it. I'm going to keep that straight, and I think I'm going to have that about there. Isn't that just the cutest? And then I'm going to grab my little 3 stars. That way, if you haven't got any embellishments, you could add these instead. And nobody would even know where you've taken it from behind your little silver strip. And I'm going to add that one just there. Isn't that just the cutest card ever? That is so cute. I might even get myself a little dimensional. Just pop that behind the label. Remove the backing, because it looked a bit loose on its own there. Just there we go. It's now settled down. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love that card. So that's the first one. Let's grab these bits. This time I'm going to, like I'm saying, I'm going to start at the bottom. Oh, wrong way round, Gaynor. You'd have a wonky bottom. And I'm just going to leave a little gap. Oh, I just popped glue in my mouth. That's not very nice. And I'm just going to have the tiniest little gap. And I mean tiny. I mean, you could do what I just did. Put tape behind it. And just literally separating, like I did with the others. If you're going to glue them separately, make sure you get the glue right on the bits that stick out. Doesn't matter about the inside. I'm just trying to keep straight edge that side. Whoops, I'm throwing it everywhere, look. Do you know, because I've got little shards of paper from the last one. So I'm just going to leave a little gap. Making sure that's pretty. Got the right amount of gap. And this piece, I think, because it's only 6 small pieces, I mean, you could do 3 papers, but then I'm gonna measure that up at the edge. It's not gonna have a little gap at the top, but I can rectify that by just cutting that level so it's the same top and bottom. I don't think anyone would notice that much. And then I'm going to come around. I'm going to pull this one in. Just so, oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Make sure everything stays down. And I'm just going to gently rub, just so I can smooth my cardstock back out. Love this. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I need that back out. Anyway, look at me putting it away and I need it. And then this, because we've got this one down in this corner, I'm going to have that one up in that top corner. And I'm going to put this one straight on dimensionals. Let's grab some more. Let's get some of these cut pieces. Grab those. And put them in the corners. I've got one from, I just grab that, and I'm going to stick two either side there. Oh, I've pulled off a dimensional. Right, let's stick into my, put one right along the edge there. And if you wanted it to stand off your card even more, to be more prominent, if you're giving them by hand, use your foam strips. You'll get a deeper. So I need one more there. Let's cut this corner off. So cut there and cut there. Because I like to use the outer pieces first, and then this can tuck in the corner there. Get my squashy down. Love it. I might even keep the small dimensionals out this time. Take these off. Love that. Look at those pretty cards. And then just give myself pretty much an even border. Looks pretty good. Looks good. And then our sentiment. I mean, this could go at the bottom, it could go at the top. I think I'm going to aim, I'm going to do the same as well. I'm going to pennant really small. You don't have to have a deep pennant. Oh, there, it fell off. And I think I might do it this side as well. Come from the corner. And let it fall off. And what I'm going to do on this one, instead of having that one on the bias, I have got my Lost Lagoon ribbon. And I think I might just do the loop-de-loop. Angle that. I'm just going to see roughly. Pull that little loop up a bit higher. We've got no waste then. And because that's still a bit sticky where I glued on I'm just going to poke that. I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do. There's my glue. If it had been a dog, it'd have bit me. I'm just going to put a strip of glue just across there. So we're roughly the same top and bottom. Got my ribbon scissors. I love those. Got my little stars. We've added a little ribbon. It's just so cute. I think I'm just going to add that there. We're not so much as overlapping this time on this edge. We've got a double pennant and we've got our lovely little stars. I'm going to have one in this corner, just hanging over the edge. That's cute. Make it look a little bit more 3D-ish. I'm going to have one there. And I'm going to have one just here. Now I think they are adorable. I mean, you can add all sorts. Look at the two, they're exactly the same but totally different, if you know what I mean. Two of the cards, one's angled with just the sentiment. This one's angled, straight. It's got our embellishments, got a little ribbon. We've painted both the ends. It's tiny little tweaks like that where you can set them up to be totally different. I love this colour, the Lost Lagoon. It was one of my favourites when it was out years ago as well. It's just one of them oceany colours to me, like ocean bluey green. Beautiful. Now I do have these pearls. These came from, like I'm saying, a Santa set I bought, a penguin set even, and I found them in my stash. I mean, I don't think this one needs anything extra, so I'm going to pop that to one side because it's got the ribbon. And this one, I'm literally just going to add one, two, and I think they match up beautiful. And I'm just going to pop those three on there, just to give that a little bit of extra special down the side. So we have this one and this one. These are the ones we've just made together on here. I hope you got your stash and came with. And then these are the other ones I made. So I just think they're absolutely beautiful. So let's pop them on there. Then we also have these beautiful blue ones. Our gorgeous red ones. Let's pull these over. I'm going to just pop that on there. And in fact, no, I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to cover that one up a little bit. So again, we've got the angled ones. And then we've got these beautiful Misty Moonlight. What a gorgeous set of cards to put in a little gift box. You could do 2 sets of 4. You could go out and get, I tell you what papers I didn't use. I didn't use the Winter Meadow and I didn't use the St. Nicholas papers. So I could go out and make another 4 cards and have a pack of 6 cards in each set and gift them. Or you could even just pick your favourites, add them like this, grab yourself some envelopes and then slide those into a cello bag, folded at the bottom, give yourself a tiny little top and just add some more designer series paper and maybe a Merry Christmas. Let me see if I can do that to show you. Let me grab a cello bag. I'm not going to put the envelopes in at the moment because my envelopes are all stuffed in cello bags. So, oh, let's get that. No, I haven't got any spare one. Right. I have got a box of envelopes in there. Let me grab them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, envelopes. 1, 2. Oh, 3. One more. I thought I got 4. So you grab your 4 little envelopes. Make sure you haven't screwed them up, Gaynor. So let's pull that one. Add your 4 cards. Just hope they'll fit. So these need to go in. Let's do the envelopes first because I might not be able to slide everything all in one go. Or you could get a slightly bigger. So you're going to push this up as far as it goes. You could even leave this open at the top. Let's pop that in the right way this time. Slide your cards in. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, look at that. One cello bag and I can get 4 cards, 4 envelopes. She says, not putting the last one in. And then when I get to, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I mean, my envelopes. And because I can't tuck it over, because my envelopes are pretty big. Actually, they're rough. And then what you could do is grab yourself. Let me see what I've got in my scraps here. I've got a little. I know I'm not going to use this, but I'm just going to say I've got a little piece. You could then add a piece of designer series paper. Let's cut that off. This was just literally in my bin. And then, I know I've got a crease in it, but, and then I'm just going to fold that over. To meet up. And then you can top that over the top of your cello bag, just that flap. Glue that on. I know they're going to be open, but you could do a 2-inch piece either side. Let me see if I can close that actually, because I am going to do this as a gift. Oh, look at that, it just closes for me. That's perfect. So let's get rid of that. I'm going to grab, I've got some of this beautiful designer series paper that I pulled out. Oh, look at that. It's not the right colour. Look at that. This was off the front cover. Maybe we could have done this at the back. But I'm just going to cut, say 3 inches. Let's check the width. I'm going to take about another inch off that. So let's, what is that? That's 5 5/8. So let's take this down to 4 1/2. Oh, I hope that's right now. Oh, I should have left it at 4 5/8. But I'm just going to fold this. I'm not saying I'm going to add this now. I'm just showing you what you could do. And then these, you could even flog these at craft fairs. Maybe I'll cut a different piece later. Especially if it matches the design series paper. Whatever your top card is, you could add a piece of designer series paper. And then you can literally just glue that into place. Yeah, do for 4 5/8. Mind you, it's not too bad. Just glue this into place. You've got no seams, so it's all hidden under this little tag under here. Let's turn that round actually. Oh, it's the Christmas bow is upside down. So let's put it back. And then you could just simply add a row of tape. And they would sell, or you could gift them just like that to people who you want to give an early Christmas present to, or you could pop them in somebody's mailbox and do a secret Santa. And then when they open them up, they've got 4 cards, 4 envelopes, and yeah, what a beautiful gift. Yeah, you could do that, especially out in America. You don't even have to go up to somebody's front door. You could literally pop these in somebody's mailbox who you like without them even knowing. And they've got like Secret Santa little gift. So I won't use this paper, but I will. Now I know I can get 4 cards and 4 envelopes. Put this on the bottom, even at the back. And then I can attach my piece at the top. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. But there you go. 4 more beautiful Christmas cards with tiny bits of gorgeous designer series paper. Set of 4 cards. you could, like I'm saying, it's endless, whatever amount of paper. And I, like I say, the frame itself cuts out 3 1/8, and I cut mine to 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. I'll just measure it now because Gaynor's got it like a sieve. 4 and this one's 4 3/4. It does cut out at 4 3/8. So yeah, 4 3/4 by 3 1/4, and you've got that paper without a lot of waste. And like I'm saying, this is a cute little idea to put in somebody's mailbox as a secret Santa, as a free gift, or gift them to family and friends early, maybe a Thanksgiving gift, so they've got their Christmas cards and get ready to dish them out at Christmas. Oh, Gaynor, shut up. There we go, my darlings. Love to you all. All glory to our great Lord and Saviour, who gives us these beautiful talents that we can share them with others across the world. And I hope you all have a fantastic winter season. I love you all millions. So come back on the next video. Take care, guys. Love you all. Bye.